Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Juno. Today I'm trying something completely new, painting a portrait for the first time. Why did I even think of doing this? Well, there's a little story behind it. As you all know, my channel is mostly anime based. I love drawing anime fan art and experimenting with different color combinations, but my mom doesn't watch anime and she's been telling me for a long time, why don't you draw something different? And this time I thought, okay, let's do it. I don't usually paint portraits or realism, so this is totally out of my comfort zone. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, but I'm going to give it a try anyway, and let's see if it turns out amazing or a total disaster. I bought these cute masking tapes recently and I am amazed at how adorable they are no matter how grown up they get. Little things like this still make my heart happy. I've already finished sketching, so now I'm going to mark the borders. Even though I have so many brushes, these are the two I use the most. And now let's place. If you're wondering what this is, well, it's an acrylic sheet, also known as plexiglass. You can use it as a color mixing palette. I used to do glass art, so I have this spare acrylic sheet and I'm going to use it for mixing colors. As you can see, it's see-through, so you can also try out different color combination to see which one suits best. Thought I wasn't going to apply water because I wasn't aiming for the usual effect I usually do, but I did it instinctively. Well, now I can change it, so let's just go with the flow. As I was saying, this is actually my first time painting a portrait. My mom has always been telling me, maybe you should try something else like nature or doing portraits, things everyone can enjoy. Not everyone watches anime, but I love drawing anime. I know not everyone watches anime, but there are still so many people who enjoy seeing their favorite characters drawn. Maybe it's because anime is the reason I started drawing and begin my art journey. I'm not sure if it was for the best or not, but anime is why I chose art. What about you? Why did you start doing art? Please let me know in the comments. I want to create my own character someday, so I'm learning the fundamentals from different sources here and there. It's not easy to start doing art again after a long time. I was always an art kid who loved drawing, but I only did it for fun and never thought about pursuing it as a career. You know how parents are. They're always like, you should study and do something worthwhile. So we grow up thinking, yeah, maybe they are right. But still that little corner of your heart never stops calling and you still make time for it. Then after some time, something happened that turned my life upside down, and it's still like that, by the way. But I love what I do. I learn with all my heart and I'm satisfied with everything. Now back to the painting. I first applied yellow and now I'm adding a mix of light red and yellow ochre. This is just the first layer, so we are slowly building up the colors. I want to show you how I mix colors, but honestly the setup I am painting in right now is quite small, so it's hard to adjust anything. The tripod is small and it takes a lot of time to set up, but I'm trying to show you as much as I can. I'm using the same color palette from the brand Mungyo, which I reviewed in my last or second last video, I guess. So you So if you want to know more, you can check that video for a more elaborate review.
I made another video for you to show how you can layer colors.
It really depends on the person and their style. I'm the kind of person who doesn't think too much while painting. I just go with the flow. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for people who like to plan in advance, deciding which color they will use and everything, this method can be helpful. Use the swatch sheet you create when you buy new colors as a reference. You can also make another small sheet or cut them into cards. What you need to do is apply the lightest layer first, then apply a layer on top of them to see how dark it will look after adding a second and then a third layer. This way you will have a reference sheet showing the shades from lightest to darkest. You can use the darkest shade for shadows. So this is how you can prepare small sheets in advance before starting your painting. I'm just showing one way to choose your colors before starting your painting. You can see the difference. Make sure to add the second layer only after the first one dries completely. You can also use a dryer to speed up the drying process. My first layer has dried completely. I'm adding another one. When you apply the second layer, it may look too dark at first, but that's only because it contrasts with the lighter background. Once it dries, you will see it looks fine. Don't be afraid if it seems too dark. I used to feel that way too, but I've learned that it always looks more natural after drying.
Now I'm working on the hair using a mix of yellow and orange. Later I will add more details.
When I first started drawing, especially eyes, they always looked flat and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And then I watched few tutorials and realized that to make them look more realistic, you need to add subtle shading based on the light they are reflecting. Shadows are what create illusion of depth, so it's important to place them carefully. I still struggle with this sometimes. So adding a bit of grey, light red or any other color under the upper eyelid and in the corners can make the eyes look much more realistic and natural.
Can you see how much lighter the second layer has become now? The hair also looks much lighter as colors have dried completely. I shouldn't have added a darker color to the flower. I think it looked better earlier, But don't worry, we can still fix it, and I'll show you how. Just wait a little bit more. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Your support means everything to me and motivates me to create more videos. If you are into anime fan art, feel free to suggest a character and I will definitely draw it. So here comes the part I was telling you about. If you want to correct your mistakes, it only works on good quality paper. So what you have to do is to take your brush, add water and then lift the color like this. After that, use tissue paper to lift the color completely. You can also use this method to lighten up certain areas of your work. Is it just me or does she look like Lisa from Blackpink? Let me know in the comments. Trying to add some little freckles here. So what do you think? Does my first portrait look good? Of course it's not perfect, but hopefully I didn't mess it up too much. I am happy with how it turned out. Here's the final look. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me. I am truly grateful for your presence. Thank you so much.